hello to the robot.
Bottom left of the map, the play. Okay, now you're taking it too far, production. Bottom right of the map, the player who did not just lose against Keen, but who plays his first game in the first tiebreaker here at the Up and Downs. It is for Team StarTale.
StarTale Avenge.
All he has to do is win this one map, and he and Keen will advance, eliminating YongHwa.
Whistling in the booth there.
Yeah.
Bottom left, we have his opponent. He just lost to Keen, his own one in the tiebreaker. If he loses here, it's all over.
LGIM YongHwa.
He has done it already. Can he do it again?
We have a 10 gate for Avenge.
It's a very, very aggressive timing here to do a lot of different things. He will have his gas out if he wants to pressure with the mothership core directly. He could also go for very aggressive 3-gate or 4-gateway timing off of one base. But the key here is, with this, what you most commonly see is just a faster core, which means a faster mothership core, which means you can do a lot of things like scout earlier, or go for a really risky nexus and then use the mothership core to defend.
And talking about scouting, this is what we see now for YongHwa. He immediately moves out with his probe. We have a 4-player map, so Avenge at this point not scouting at all. It's currently at the bottom. There we go. Drops the core and moves out.
Scout's late here because he wants to have every mineral possible so he can start that core at 16. Look at how far ahead his core is. That's what Observer was just highlighting there. Gateway now finishes for YongHwa. Seconds are still ticking by. There's the core. So right now build times are, very, very vastly different.
The better scout also for Avenge, who will spot his opponent at the first position possible. So he finds out exactly what's going on. He sees about everything about the timings.
If he hides the probe, he could hide the probe. Does not do it.
Yeah,
that could have been game ending if he hides the probe and doesn't get scouted.
There's the second gateway. YongHwa basically relying on the same build that we saw him use in game number 1 already. The earlier second gateway that gives him a lot of safety here. But let's see what Avenge has in mind. Starting at the bottom right here, we have him completing his core.
He's chrono boosting gateway research.
Yeah, chrono boosting gateway research.
It looks more and more like he really wants to be aggressive with multiple gateways.
Yeah.
It's so sad he didn't realize he could have hit that probe if he really wants to go for something like this.
There's the mothership core now for YongHwa. We don't see it for Avenge, and there comes gateway number 2, number 3.
He's just going to go into 3 gateways and pressure with it. It looks like he's not going for the 4th gateway. Could still add it, but looks less likely at this point.
Now let's see how that's going to work out for him. He hides the probe, or at least tries to. Zealot also guarding it.
I'm pretty sure that Watchtower spots all of this.
Yeah, exactly. He did.
Actually,
he showed it on stream. He
yeah, okay.
saw the Stalker.
And here comes the first pylon. Interesting place here, very Wings of Liberty-esque. Does not allow him to warp on the high ground, but at least he'll have some pressure here. And this is such a fast core. That's how this works, and he doesn't have enough energy on that mothership core just yet to deny this.
And he adds the other pylon on the high ground immediately, so now he can warp in there as well.
He needs to run the core
mothership core.
That's
He
his
needs to be
last
careful about it here. Exactly.
If he loses, it's over.
3 Stalkers against 1. The double gateway really coming into play here for YongHwa. But the Zealot already doing a little bit of damage at the economy, taking down one Harvester after another.
Stalker warp-ins here, but they're a bit late. And they're on the low ground.
Here we go, and now he's moving in.
Needs
the
to get the core.
on the high ground is gone, and he needs to take the core down.
97 energy! 98! And he's going to lose it. Time warp goes down. He knows he was going to lose it. The next warp-in is going to decide everything.
The next warp-in is going to decide everything indeed. We only have 2 gateways, and we still don't have the warp gate research ready.
One more Stalker pops out here. Warp gate research, as you said, still not done.
And here we go. 1 Zealot, and he has the additional Stalkers. Now he's moving in. We have once again the chrono boost on the gateways here.
Lots of probes losing mining time here, and he has the better Stalker count, at least better in hit points. The Zealot not being controlled very well.
The probes are doing what they can here, but the Stalkers are going down for Avenge a little bit faster. YongHwa with excellent control here.
The next warp-in is everything. 2 Stalkers about to pop out for YongHwa, though. This is so close, it looks like YongHwa will actually hold. He doesn't start his warp gates, though. His research is done, but he has Stalkers queued instead.
Exactly, he has Stalkers queued and he's using his chrono boost as well as he can. But the supply advantage is currently for Avenge. He has more harvesters. He has 20 to 16. Both of them now getting additional harvesters into the game. But here comes another round of warp-ins, this time for YongHwa, though, who finally has a warp gate ready.
It looks like he's held here. He's lost a lot of harvesters. That's why the supply looks so close. It's 21 to 17 in Avenge's favor. But there's a pylon ready for counter warp-ins. That's what Avenge is checking for right now.
Exactly. Avenge is now going to be attacked very soon. YongHwa is trying to turn the tides here and move in on his own, walking to the right side with his army and immediately warping in another set of units towards that proxy pylon. And here comes the sentry, but the sentry with the force field is too late.
Too late, and this actually could be it. I mean, he's got just way too many units here. Force field isn't even used at all.
And here comes the forward pylon on the high ground for YongHwa. The rest of the Stalkers making their way into the main base of Avenge. The StarTale player with one leg in his... Yeah, that's it.
GG. And, you know, the process repeats itself is exactly as you expected. It comes down to the match between Keen and Avenge.
Exactly the same results so far that we had in the regular groups. And now we are going into that match between Avenge and Keen. Both of them great players in the Protoss versus Terran matchup. The last time, Avenge took it. Can he do it again?
It just seems like in the Protoss versus Protoss that Avenge does not have the best ideas when it comes to builders. That one was decent, but the execution was not as good as it could have been. And that builder just doesn't really work that much in Heart of the Swarm. He did snipe the Mothership Core, but that cost him a lot of DPS, which allowed Avenge to hit those Stalkers. He had the better probe count. And then his micro against the probes with his Zealot especially was a little bit shaky there.
Yeah, YongHwa had much better unit control, and he did this so well. So he defended really well against what Avenge was trying to do here. And now we're heading, of course, into the last game of the first tiebreaker. And if Keen takes it, then he will advance together with YongHwa to Korea. But if he loses, then we're heading into tiebreaker number 2. So everything is on the line here once again for Avenge, who has to take it. Both players really excel at Protoss versus Terran.
Daybreak is the map.
Daybreak is the map. And so far, keep in mind that in Heart of the Swarm, we have Avenge with a 2-0 lead against Keen.
Yes.
He won both times where they faced each other, and he could do it again.
I wonder what Keen is going to show us, whether he'll show us just a very, very aggressive strategy all out, you know, even like a 2-Rax proxy. Because for him, he is not actually going to lose. If he loses this, the tiebreaker resets. If he wins, of course, he's in Codes.
The more this continues, the longer this continues, the more it is about mind games. The more it is about trying to find a build that surprises your opponent. And at some point, we will definitely see those players try to be a little bit sneaky. To be like, I played 3 times against you already. Every single time I used this and that strategy, this opening. This time I'm going to mix it up and do something that you will hopefully not expect.
And on this map, it's a 2-player map. It's one of the oldest maps. Well, it is the oldest map in our current pool. And, you know, I could see a 2-Rax here. I definitely could.
Yeah, it's something that you should mix in at some point. Not quite sure if he does it already, but it's something that he can do. And both of them are just looking at this game, and especially Avenge is there. Alright, we meet again. Let's see if he can pull it off for a 3rd time, taking down Keen here. He's smiling. He wants to take this game. Protoss versus Terran, they're great at this matchup, both of them.
He said in chat, I'm going to end this right now. That's what I want to do.
Avenge?
Yeah. Or no, Keen said that.
Yeah, it was like Avenge can't.
Yeah.
I mean, he can try, but it's not going to work. He's not getting 2 points for defeating Keen.
Well, we'll see what Keen can do. Can he actually end this right now? He said he wants to. He wants to end it fast. Specifically, he said it the last second before the map started loading.
Keen looked strong against YongHwa earlier, really dominating. But now we're going into maybe the last game for like the 3rd or 4th time. I don't even remember. And the first tiebreaker. Is Avenge going to take it, or will we have Keen and YongHwa advance to Korea? The GSL up and down Quebec with Color